Hello and welcome to this episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show and podcast. I am your host, Christine Innes. Now, first of all, I just want to take a moment because I am super delighted. This very beautiful human being I've had the privilege of knowing for over a year. Trin, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me on, Christine. So good to be here.
I've got to know you, but also I got to experience your magic a couple of weekends ago. And it was the most profound moment so far of my healing journey. So, thank you so much for coming on, and we're going to talk all about what you do. But for everyone who follows the show, they know I get so carried away. I just want to get stuck into the conversation with it. But I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to let you share a little bit about yourself, and then we're just going to dive into some beautiful conversation.
Okay, great. So, hello everyone. My name's Trin Tambo. I'm a holistic counselor and family constellation facilitator, and I'm in private practice up in Ipswich. I work with the beautiful midwives from New Life Midwifery, and I really support the families and the midwives there to do a lot of healing. So, a lot of people don't know what family constellation is. A lot of people automatically think it's about the stars, but it's actually the constellation of your family and your family system and where you come from. And it's working with the intergenerational system and looking at where things that in the past have really altered the course of the family, and that's where our intergenerational trauma comes in. So things like war, immigration, the loss of a child, family secrets, all these things really impact us. And genetically, they're actually passed down. So through epigenetics, we get to see that trauma has a massive effect on us.
Yeah.
And my job is to be like an investigator and find where the love has stopped flowing out of a trauma response and to unblock that and let that love start flowing again, making it a
Mm.
lot easier for the family to move forward in life.
I must admit, there's an energy about you, and it is actually pure love. And I've like been wrapping my brain how I could describe it, but it's almost like being enveloped in like this just warm sense of love, forgiveness, trust, faith, and you allow then the individual to bring all that out to the surface and being raw, vulnerable in that moment. Because when we're talking about trauma, it's messy, and sometimes we can't even process it ourselves of what's happened, but you can find it and help guide that person to see it in a new light, but then release it. And it's just such a beautiful gift that you have. And I got to witness that and actually be part of it. And like honestly, I had said to you, it's literally changed my life because I mean, we know we all, I would say every human being would have some sort of level of trauma in it, our body, but without having someone to help facilitate, to guide them to the next level, it's it's a I don't know, I feel like it's a complete gift that you have to be able to do that.
Mm, yes, I feel like it is a gift. I'm actually dyslexic, and I think in be having dyslexia, it created other pathways for me to travel through life and to survive, and it became quite a sensory and intuitive way of being and of
Mm.
reading a room and being with people because sometimes it wasn't always safe for me, so I always had to be a bit of a chameleon and fit in. And in that, I think I have deep compassion too from my own experience of um, feeling how it was and is to have be neurodiverse, I guess, and not fit in.
Yeah.
So I really have great empathy And I have myself felt all the feelings. I've got trauma in my background. There's a lot there that 18 years ago, I really stepped into my healing journey and stepped into a family constellation workshop. And in that, as soon as I stepped in, I knew this is what I'm here to do. And since then, I've been studying, I've been supporting my beautiful teacher, Marguerite Koning, up in Mullaney, and also working with Tony and Mel, who are all part of the Systemic Constellation Academy up there in Mullaney. So, such a gift to have all of these beautiful and amazing support in my world and in my life. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation before, and I said to somebody that, you know, a lot of the time, like as a coach, it's also a privilege that we get to help walk other people through a journey. And I also see like you really do take that as a privilege. Like, you've gotten this beautiful gift to be able to help other people, but you also see it as a privilege to help someone and to guide them as well.
It really opens my heart, and there's nothing quite like bringing people together in a workshop and for everyone to witness somebody else's healing in a really supported and loving way. And in that can be really profound healing for others vicariously, just from watching or actually being part of a family constellation um, system. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And when you first experienced it for yourself, do you still remember the effect that it had on you personally, but also for me, I just noticed like the ripple effect that it's having around me as well?
Yes. I can't actually quite remember my own constellation, my first one, but I remember the experience of being in that group and in that room and helping support others in their healing and stepping into the feeling of other family systems. And it was that realization that we're actually really all connected. So
Mm.
knowing that we're not alone and knowing that there's something bigger than us that really guides us in life. And I feel like whether that's God for you or any spiritual practice, there is, it's just beautiful to really lean into that support and knowing that we are held.
Yeah, yeah. I think like when we all obviously take our own different pathways and that leads us to healing. But I think so many of us are starting to look outside of the traditional type of healing as such. You go sit on the couch, and talk through it all because we do forget how much energy is stored within inside our bodies. And that can also just be the part that needs to be released. And it's not remembering the actual trauma, it's not going back to that moment, it's releasing that energetic connection that you have with it to be able to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I love this work so much. We don't have to talk about what has happened. We can really honor what has happened.
Mhm.
I'm a very trauma informed and I'm a somatic healer. So bringing that awareness out of those whirling thoughts and, that roundabout we get on and actually dropping into the body, into the breath and having a look at that subconscious picture that we carry around and really changing it to um, work in favor of us instead of, holding us back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I l- we obviously spent some time together. I was at one of the beautiful retreats that's done by those two sisters, and it was the biggest transformation that I've seen in myself. I literally left there a completely different person,
Mm.
and like me getting to witness other people and seeing their transformation, it's so impactful. Like you get to experience that on like literally a daily basis of seeing people transform right in front of you. I mean, what does that, I mean, I know what it does for me, but what does that do for you?
I just love the fact that I've ended up working with Diane and Michelle and how incredibly well we um, complement each other. And it was very organic the way it happened. I actually started working for them as their chef at their retreats. And the first retreat I did, I had said that I'm a holistic counselor and family constellation facilitator. And they just are so open-hearted and supportive, and they allowed me to step in when was big trauma present to be able to support the women there that needed a bit of
Mm.
extra, bringing my, many, many years of experience in that field to hold space. And then without planning, after dinner one night on that first retreat, I did a 4 hour family constellation workshop and held every woman and their story and, brought in a bit of extra healing layer. And from there, it's organically grown so that I'm now at all of their retreats holding space, which is very amazing. It's just such a gift.
Yeah. How is it like for you? Like, I mean, we've all had different careers and all that sort of stuff, but like I know the joy that it brings you. Like, how does that affect you on a day-to-day basis of knowing the immense support and the immense change that you get to bring to someone's life?
It's a good question. I think it's just been so intertwined with who I am um, innately. I am
Mm,
one of those people that hold space and have done, I think, my entire life. When I remember when I was little, all the smaller kids, well, I was like 8, and they would all call me mum because we'd be playing, and that's just the role that they felt safe, I think, and they would always come to me. So, um, I think it's just inside me, and it's just a natural part of who I am. So it seem doesn't seem to, um, change whether I'm sitting in a workshop one-on-one or sitting with friends. I am there with my heart and my support. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You really are like a truly beautiful human being. I mean, yeah, I can't describe it. Like you have to meet Trin in person. There's just this essence, this, aura, this energy around you. Um, and one thing I love also is the fact that you are so humble in the work that you do, because this is not just go do a course. This is you constantly learning more and how you can support other people. I mean, how long have you been learning this amazing gift?
I ate, well, 18 years really for
Yeah.
installation. Um, I guess my lifetime of yeah, my past,
Yeah.
my upbringing, um, quite a quite a interesting upbringing of moving around a lot of change,
Mm.
and meeting a lot of different people in that journey. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want people just to sort of recognize, like, we can all go do these courses. I think my life coaching course was 12 weeks or whatever online, but it's like a dedication practice that you have, like to help others. And I just wanted you to recognize, like, I see that in you, because I think it's something that, as when you're crafting the beautiful transformations, there's a lot that you still have to learn as well to be able to help support other people. So that's just my little gift to you, like just to say, like I see all the work that you've done in it, which I think is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Oh, my pleasure. Now, one thing I absolutely love is the fact that there's multiple ways that people can work with you, because I think a lot of people, when we're talking about trauma and to be able to be, raw and vulnerable, and you're in a group setting, but you also do that one to one to be able to help hold that space with people as well. do you want to let people know like the other different ways that they can work with you as well?
Yeah, sure. So I do see one-on-one clients in person at New Life in Ipswich, New Life Midwifery. I also can do this work online, which is very handy. So I can do Zoom sessions, one-on-one. I also see couples. I really love working with couples, and I see them in person at New Life or online as well. Or I have workshops coming up where on the Gold Coast in August, September, October, and November. And I'm also planning some others around the Ipswich area. And I will be at the Women's Wellness Festival in September, which is up here in Ipswich, running some workshops as well. And
Amazing.
then at the retreats with Diane and Michelle.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So excited. When you look back on your journey, when you first obviously experienced this gift, I know you said you knew that that was like your calling, but how has this then changed you personally as well as you've been able to help so many other people?
I think been a it's been a very slow journey. Like I watch students now because I also work at the academy up in Mullaney and watching the students and their process and how quickly they're diving in. I've had such a deep respect for this work and for the enormity of what is held. And I also think my confidence from having dyslexia and always getting it wrong through school it's taken me this long to heal a lot of that within me to really be able to step in fully and with confidence to be able to hold others because it's sacred. And I think, yeah, that's my journey. It's different for everyone.
Mm.
And how I've changed is I am here, I am present, I own my gifts, and it feels really good to sit here in this space, in this time, knowing that I can bring so much healing. And it's
Yeah.
not me bringing the healing as much as those that are brave enough to come and sit with me and we can work through it together with the
Mm.
tools that I carry here.
Yeah, because it does take a lot of courage, doesn't it? Like, when we're in the thick of it all, to sort of go, hang on a second, I want change. I need to reach out to someone, and just having that initial contact with somebody, it's like that. It's a massive big step that a lot of people don't actually take on board or recognize within themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's such an honor to meet people when they're at their most fragile, sometimes at their rock bottom. I've worked in rehab up in Mullaney as well with our team and just holding space for people that are just so burnt out and
Mm.
yeah, big stories are there.
Yeah, yeah. Have you had a moment in your career that has, I know you said when you stepped into it, like this is what you're meant to do, but there has been any other moment throughout your career that has solidified, I think that's the word I'm looking for, really that this is it, this is what I'm meant to do.
I think working at that rehab and working with huge trauma, um, everything from childhood sexual abuse to we worked with a lot of ex-servicemen um, and then there was like businessmen that are burnt out and all there was just such an array. I think sitting in there and holding space at one time our whole team are German except for me, and they all went overseas. So it was me holding space while they were away.
Wow.
And Just that was a profound time for me. It was difficult, but it was really brought in an extra layer of confidence. And I thought, if I can hold this, I can hold anything. So
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What's the legacy that you want to leave behind with this work?
The legacy I would like to leave behind is the gift of bringing community, connection, and heart back into the places where it has been missing. Yeah.
Oh, I literally got goosebumps when you said that. Like I've literally been talking about heart connections so much today because I think, especially being in business, like we forget that we are talking to other human beings. And I think we've let go of the heart, but try to, I guess, be I don't know, the word soldier is coming to mind, but sort of, like we're just a soldier, like we've just got to show up, we've just got to keep doing it. Whereas we've actually stopped forgetting that we're human beings and we actually are here to feel and really be in the moments as well. And not all the good moments, all the bad stuff too.
Yeah, it's all included. And that's what
Yeah.
about family constellation. Everything and everyone's included. And that's where the healing is. So
Yeah.
it's very beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to pop all the details of how people can work with you. You know how much I adore you. I just think you are a gift to humans right now. I think like you've changed my life. Like honestly, I will scream it from the rooftops. Like, yeah, changed my life with it. But one thing I would love to ask you before I ask you some extra questions is if your children could say one thing, and it's not even just all birth children, it's just children that are around you, because I think they've got the purest hearts and they witness us in such a pure light. What would they say about the work you do?
Well, my son, he actually said the other day, I want to do what you do, Mum, for a living. And he's actually very, very intuitive himself. And that was really so beautiful to hear. And I really love witnessing him and other children connecting,
Yeah.
and just how, as adults, we tend to keep taking those steps back, whereas the children can connect so easily. And yeah, it's nice bringing that energy into this work as well.
Yeah, they bring the fun, don't they? Like we forget to have fun. And I think as we go through all these different journeys, like we actually do forget to have fun. It's almost like we have to pencil it in our diary. Have fun today. Otherwise we forget because it's so serious. Like life is serious, but life can also be a lot of fun too. So I think we forget those little tiny moments as we go through. One more question I would love to ask you is that if you could tell your younger self a question or give her a pep talk, what would that be?
Mhm. Um, the pep talk I would give her is I would really like to let her know that she is safe, that it all works out, and that she's not dumb. And she actually has what she thinks is a disability is actually a gift.
Mm, yeah, I think every person can resonate with that so much because we all get told certain things along our journey and it sticks with us until somebody else can help shed the light on us as well. So before we go, what we normally do is we ask our guests five just fun questions just to get to know you a little bit more. So the first question is, if you had some spare time, would you prefer to curl up with a book or watch a movie?
Um, oh, That's a tough one. It would depend on the mood, but I'm going to go with movie.
Movie, yeah, yeah. I'm an overachiever, so I have the movie going and read a book. So, so I love it. And the next question I'd love to ask is if you could go to your dream destination, would you prefer to travel by plane or by boat?
Oh, boat. The ocean is my
Yeah.
my healing place.
Yes. Yes, I knew that's why. Yeah. Yeah, give me the water every day. And the next question I would love to know is that if you could, you're having a dinner party and you're allowed to invite one special guest, that guest can either be from the past or from, the present. Who would it be?
Oh my goodness. I don't think I can pick just one. Um, who would I pick to come to dinner? Mm. My mum's coming to me because I don't get to see my mum that often. We live very far away.
Oh, I love that. That's so precious. So beautiful. So beautiful. And if you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Um, it's actually two words and it's
Good.
heart-led.
Oh,
Heart-led.
yes. Yes, it's definitely, definitely, definitely. And if you could, I don't know, predict the future in a way, and 25 years from now, what's the legacy that you have imprinted on this world?
My legacy will be to have built a business that is able to educate, bring community together, um, to support others to learn this modality, and for that to be passed down through the generations.
Mm,
Yeah.
I love that. I might have to steal parts of that. So absolutely love it. Well, we're going to pop all the details of how you can reach out to Trin, work with her. Look, I'll just be a glowing testimonial for you forever with it. But it's just an honor that I get to know you and have been able to be part of this incredible journey. And I look so forward to continue working with you as well.
Oh, same. I'm just so blessed to have all of these beautiful connections, including you. And I really look forward to everything that our futures bring together in this
Yeah.
journey.
Absolutely. Oh, I just want to give you a big hug. So I just adore you so much. So as I said, I'll reach out to everyone. Thank you so much, beautiful, for being here today and sharing your gifts with all of us as well. And for those who are watching this episode, remember to live life to the fullest. Love and light to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.